Good afternoon. My name is Steve Fulop, and I currently am and serve as the mayor of Jersey City and currently a candidate for governor in the state of New Jersey. I want to thank the assembly members for the opportunity to testify with regards to ballot design and what constitutes a fair ballot here in New Jersey. It's a topic of great importance to me as someone that intends to be on the ballot next year, and I know it's a topic of great importance for many candidates down ballot that are running for the office of state assembly themselves, as well as some that are running for county commissioner. I want to highlight that in the spring of 2024, after testimony, Judge Karashi clearly defined what constitutes a fair ballot, and the verdict was unanimously upheld by an appellate court, which tells you again the merits of the argument on how democracy has been undermined by the ballot construct here in New Jersey. In his ruling, Judge Karashi indicated the importance of a separate and equal draw for each candidate for each office. I want to repeat that just for emphasis. A separate and equal draw for each candidate for each office within the block ballot construct that all other states use. It's for this reason that there is great skepticism over the intent of this committee. If the goal was to codify the ruling of Judge Karashi, then a committee wouldn't really be necessary on that front. But if there's intent to circumvent, like some think there is, then clearly this is the process that one would pursue. I want to put on record, though, it's not enough to use the term block ballot design, but at the same time undermine the intent of the separate and equal draw for each candidate. That includes special marks, preferences of ballot position within block ballot, or bracketing of candidates that gives one candidate a visual advantage over another. I want to focus my time on bracketing, because that clearly is a deviation from the intent of Judge Karashi's ruling of each candidate having an individual ballot draw. Since each assembly member already has the right to associate via a slogan, a bracket only serves to visually skew the ballot design. The idea of bracketing clearly discriminates against candidates that don't want or can't bracket with other candidates. Bracketing places those single candidates as a visual disadvantage similar to the line and does not uphold each candidate with an individual draw. Rather than spending your time on creating an advantage that would surely end up in court again and also be a political liability for people that support it, I would implore you to spend your time not only on the ballot design process, but also how is the ballot endorsement achieved and the reform that is necessary there by recognized parties. We saw in the Senate primary that the slogans and ballot construct being considered today are a direct product of a county process that in some instances is corrupt in many areas of the state. Some counties have no convention at all to achieve party support. Some force a public vote so they could watch how people vote. Some allow only placed municipal chairs to actually vote. Some have a chairman that can override an advisory vote by the committee. And some counties allow the chairman to stack the deck with superdelegates. All of this is directly related to how the ballot is designed. All of those undermine democracy, and if we're discussing association and democracy in New Jersey, then the process on how we achieve the ballot construct should be uniform as much as the ballot design and something that you consider. The process should be each individual committee person gets one vote in a closed and private ballot for a binding outcome. That's all. Anything less is merely protecting the status quo. This is an opportunity for progress with the public rightfully skeptical of your intent. It's with this in mind I encourage to uphold and codify Judge Karashi's ruling of a separate and equal draw for each candidate for each office within the block ballot construct. No bracketing, no special marks, no special placement. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today, and I'm going to leave a copy of my comments with the clerk for the record as well.
Thank you, Mayor. Are there any questions for Mayor Fulop? Yes, Assembly.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Here's my question for you.
Sure.
Your comments regarding the ballot, I believe you're referring to the primary ballot. Do they also apply to the general election ballot?
My feeling is that the line process is not just...
That's not us, just so you know.
I gotcha. I believe that the line process should be gone in absolute. I think that stands for both the general and the primary. I think that if you're going to create a fair democracy in New Jersey and not have a skewed ballot either way, I think that you do need to consider that. I recognize that we live in a state that is skewed Democratic for a long time, and many Democrats would probably say that a ballot construct in November creates an advantage that's favorable for them. If we're being absolute fair about democracy in the state, you should have block ballot design both in the primary and general.
I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other members?
I got a question.
Yes, Co-Chair.
Do you think this no bracketing should apply just to the primary or to all elections?
What would it look like in the general? I mean, if
No,
there's...
I'm saying nonpartisan elections as well.
Yeah, I think, I do think, that if you have the right to associate and share a slogan, that is enough. I think skewing with bracketing creates a visual advantage. In Board of Education elections, in council races in Jersey City, you'd certainly see that the bracketing is a visual advantage, and I think that should be done with uniformly throughout the state of New Jersey.
Okay, great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.